Hey guys, CDTVProductions here, and I know that title probably surprises you guys, but I am making a video praising XXXTentacion. If you've been a fan of my channel for a while, you'll know I'm not really a fan of his music at all. And yes, I still feel that way after 17. But today, I will be talking about what I think his best verses are, because he definitely has some that I like. Almost everyone has good verses, and X does have some that I enjoy. This is CDTVProductions, and let's get right into the video. I know I played the hook just then and not the verse, but honestly, I really like this whole song and I personally just want to count it as one whole verse. I'm talking about this one first because I have the least to say about it. I don't think it's particularly special in terms of lyrics, but X's voice sounds nice on here. The beat is great and overall the track is just relaxing as hell. I didn't expect it, but I actually come back to this track quite often. It's just really chill. Not much to say about it, but it's one of my favorites.
Your mask with the pack, no trap laws.
Menace and Venice, turn your bitch up into a lost cause.
Beauty and the beast for the clip, be cautious, caution. Murder the pussy, city floss.
Oh shit, I leave them corpses, I'm metamorphosis, I'm fancy. Larger head in the window of port.
This is one of the songs I pointed out as fairly good in my video critiquing X's music. I just really like the way he flows here, and the chemistry between him and Ski Mask is great. The rhymes are pretty solid, and they trade bars over this whole track so effortlessly. I wasn't sure how this song would sound when I first started it up, because Ski and X usually do those shouting, distorted songs together, which I personally hate. But I was happy to see this was a track with a normal ass beat and solid rapping across it. It's good to hear X just flowing nicely without putting ear-scratching ad-libs throughout it, and I'd like to hear more stuff like this from him.
Niggas out for preaching the riot to bring violence, cause it's a game of cat and mouse and you gon' bleed silent. What's the justice in saying fuck it and grab the pump? To kill a woman with many children makes you a chump. Look at all the stores you wreck.
Now, if you're like me and you say you dislike X on a public platform, his fans will probably refer you to this song. And that is for a good reason. This is probably his most solid track. It's got a really good beat and X raps aggressively, but he's not screaming. And I think his vocals sound really good like this. The delivery is intense, but not overbearing. It gives the words of this verse a little more impact. Because lyrically, this track is quite nice too. I do still feel it's a little hypocritical in terms of its content, but it is still a solid verse. This verse is basically about X condemning violence and talking about how dangerous the world is now. It's really interesting subject matter wise, and this is one of his best tracks lyrically.
I'm doing drugs so I can maintain. Part of the reason that I can handle this damn pain. I'm fucking numb to the lonely heart of the drummer boy who'd rather wreak havoc than playing around with a Tonka toy.
I actually really like this verse. The instrumental is really interesting with some vocals in the background and a nice little piano riff. I also like the subjects that X covers here. He even gets a little bit existential, saying that he gets depressed sometimes when he thinks basically about how consciousness works and why we can't remember our own births. I mean, it would be pretty traumatic if we could, I imagine, but it's still interesting to hear. See, my problem with a lot of X verses is that they sound like someone who's trying way too hard to be deep. This verse is not like that for me. It's actually a little bit introspective and interesting, and I enjoy it. This was probably one of the better tracks on Members Only Volume 3 for me. I just think it was a very interesting instrumental, it's something that works well, and it's definitely a little bit unique. It sounds good.
I'm in pain, wanna put 10 shots in my brain. I've been tripping about some things can't change. Switch at the same time, I'm tamed. Put you this in bag of a phone call. Girl that you fought with, kill herself. That was this summer in the.
And for our final verse on this list, we have a pretty emotional one. And you can see why if you know why X made this song. It was dedicated to a friend of X who killed herself while staying with him. The verse is just all about how her death affected him, and it's one of the very few genuinely touching X verses. It's a pretty good song, and the verse on here is definitely one of the better ones that he's done. There's honestly not a lot I can say about it, you just need to check this one out. It's pretty deep touching, it's done over a very, very smooth beat, and the whole thing is just actually pretty emotional, which is something I'd never really gotten from X before. This was definitely one of the few tracks that I actually liked off of 17. This was a good one. Well guys, that is going to be it for the video today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know who you would like to see in the future on this series. Like I said, it's for rappers I like. I did one on Tyler the Creator last time, so you can check that out. And rappers I don't like. For example, this episode with XXXTENTACION. So thank you so much for watching guys. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one, and I will see you guys all in the next one. This is CDTVProductions, signing out.